If you know anything about French movies, you surely might have seen Alain Delon during the 70s in entertaining movies such as On Fleck and Les Samurai, where he played the lead character. But the one he did a couple of years after those two movies in Mr. Klein from 1976 does not entertain you by any stretch of the imagination. In his movie, Alain Delon plays this arch still a high left that suddenly sees his life turn 360 degrees around. Apparently, he is confused for another man by the same name. The reason why this situation is so heated is because he is mistaken for his other Mr. Klein that is a Jew. And during this time in occupied France, the Germans were on a mission to find all the Jews and to deport them all away from the country. That's why everybody had clear answers to history right down to their grandparents. To not spit out on the point in this case, Alain Delon's role here is not a problem because he acts rather well as he always does, but it is especially good when he raises his voice after being accused of being a Jew, while the other guys claim that it is not personal. Those are the decent moments of the movie, but you don't see a lot of dramatic moments. Generally, this movie is quite boring and heavy on the dialogue, and the dialogue is at times not entertaining either. A second problem with this movie is that the movie is a bit on the slow side, and I'm not saying that we should jump right into this rather strange scenario where he is confused with another man. To see him enjoy his life is also somewhat entertaining, but perhaps a little bit less than some of the more heated conversation towards the end, where he basically sent down to a concentration camp after not going back to retrieve the papers that could finally clear him as a lawful citizen. Another issue with the movie is that you don't see enough good characters. Basically, this is a one-man show run by Alain Delon. That's not necessarily the case in those other mentioned movies, where you in Les Samurai have got this black woman, the commissioner in the story, and in Unflick you have this tough gang that he has to deal with. In this story, you just see him having to run it all. That's also a real weakness in this movie, where the other characters can't match what this French star is able to do. Perhaps it's one case where the movie has a deeper message like you see in movies such as The Zone of Interest. This one also tries to form that, but at the same time neglecting the entertainment. It is not as fun to see Alain Delon basically hiding in this apartment of his secret namesake, and it is not as entertaining to see Alain Delon talk to this Jewish newspaper guy. But by and large, this movie is surely the worst movie that Alain Delon has ever played in. But that is surely not down to him, and for me, it's a 5 out of 10.